すごい。
こんにちは。僕はペッパーです。
ペッパーがもう2年半一緒に過ごしているので、いることが普通すぎて。
Artificial intelligence has become a tool many people use daily without even realizing it. But the devices must collect huge amounts of data to work. And in order for AI to get better, it will need even more. Senior reporter for TechRepublic, Dan Patterson, explains what robots will learn about our lives to get smarter. So, Dan, when you look at a robot like Pepper, which uses artificial intelligence, what kinds of data is Pepper actually collecting?
The data that is collected by Pepper or Sophia the robot or even the Alexa devices that we put in our home comes from a number of different data streams. One of those streams is your body, yourself. We generate through our voice, through our face, through our posture and movements, a tremendous amount of data that is gathered and analyzed and then put into these machines in large buckets so they can become more human. The reason we want these robots to look and behave more human is that it's easy to anthropomorphize these machines. So we think of them as a human instead of an algorithm with an exterior shell.
You say that these devices which use AI need that data just to run, but why is that? What is sort of the larger goal here if you're looking at this, not just capturing that data in that moment, but what is this really about?
Well, if data is the new oil, then artificial intelligence or programmatic algorithms are cars. And the more oil, the more efficient. So the end game, where we are headed, is what's called artificial general intelligence. What we call AI right now is really just a collection of machine learning, predictive analytics, and other types of algorithms that help us do different things like a utility. Artificial general intelligence is human-like intelligence that can think and learn on its own. This is called recursive learning, or robots learn using recursive techniques, just like a child learning to tie a child's shoe, right? If I look down and I tie my shoe the wrong way several times, eventually I will figure out, through mistakes, how to do it correctly. And robots using data do the same thing.
So following the data scandal involving Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, CBS News conducted a poll which showed 80% of Americans said they were not surprised to learn that their information was being sent to a third party. Have we as a society just accepted the fact that our own personal data is just the cost of living and existing in this modern age?
Well, we may have accepted some of the factors of giving away our personal information and data. What we haven't really accepted or understood are the consequences of giving away your data. It's very hard to understand some of these abstract ideas that honestly require a PhD and years of research. For a consumer to understand that is really not reasonable or realistic.
Because I think that's the central core of why some folks are so alarmed, because it seems that we don't even know what we don't know when it comes to this field. Is that right?
You're absolutely right. And many of the tech firms employ a somewhat cynical strategy. They understand that these ideas are very abstract, and honestly, most consumers don't have the time or energy to pay attention to many of the big changes happening with big data.
And so where do you think all of this is headed? Bottom line here, it doesn't appear as though anybody's putting the brakes necessarily on the development of this technology.
No one's putting the brakes on artificial intelligence technology. We do have some people who are warning us about the dangers of AI gone wrong, but the fact is AI is hard and technology is hard.
All right, we know you'll be watching though. Dan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Still ahead, a conversation with a 2020 presidential hopeful who has a warning about robotic automation. We'll ask him about his platform to help prevent artificial intelligence from taking over our lives.